In this video, I'm going to go over my form letter template using a cover letter as an example. This template allows you to create a customized letter, be it a cover letter or any other kind of letter from a predefined list of sentences and paragraphs that can also utilize variables. In order to accomplish this, you'll first have to set up the sentences, paragraphs, and variables that you'll want to use. But once you've done so, you can easily reuse them going forward. In my template, I have two sections, one for variables and one for paragraphs. In the variables section, you can set up variables that can be used in your content. These will be values that will likely change from one letter to the next. In my example, I have a percentage sign in front of the variable name. The purpose for this is to make it easier to accurately identify where a variable has been used. However, you don't need to use a percent sign, but you would want to ensure that your variable name is unique and not a word that you might use in your content that you don't intend to use as a variable. In the paragraph section here, you can set up sentences or entire paragraphs that you'd potentially like to add to your letter. The title is just a way to identify the content. The paragraph is which paragraph the content relates to. For example, I have multiple titles that relate to the paragraph called Experience. This means that if I add all of these items, they'll be stitched together to form only one paragraph. This is just to help organize my paragraphs to make sure I don't have a paragraph for each item I want to add. You may not have enough to write a paragraph about each skill set you have, but instead, you may want to add it onto a paragraph that relates to the same content. If I look at the title labeled Introduction, this has a related paragraph by the same name. There are no other items that relate to the introduction paragraph, so this means if I add the introduction, it will be an entire paragraph on its own, and no other items I add will be added to it. The introduction also has all three variables I set up: hiring manager, position, and company. These are all variables that you would expect to change from one cover letter to the next. I can certainly use more variables and put them into other content, but in this example, I only did it in the introduction. Now, if you need to add more rows, you certainly can do that, as well as changing the existing content, titles, and related paragraphs. If you want to add lines within a cell, all you have to do is when you're editing in the cell, click Alt and Enter, and you'll create an additional line of text within that cell. This will allow you to help space out your descriptions as you wish. Once your paragraphs and variables are set up, click on the Create Letter button. You'll first be prompted to enter values for your variables. Here I'll update the name of the hiring manager I'm applying to, the name of the company, and the position. Once done, click on Update Variables. Next, you can select the content you wish to add to your letter. The titles will appear in the drop-down boxes. Go from top to bottom. As you select an item, it will be added to your letter. Notice that when I add introduction, my variables are now updated to reflect what I entered at the earlier screen. If I was applying for a specific position, I could look at the job posting to see what type of experience it is looking for and select only the experiences relevant to that position. This would show the person reviewing the application that I haven't just sent them a generic cover letter including everything. Note that as I add content relating to the experience paragraph, they are added together into one paragraph, since the content is all under the same related paragraph. You can also edit the letter in the preview box. However, should you make any changes to the drop-downs, your edits will be gone, so make sure to do edits only after you've selected all the content you wish to use. Once you're done, click on the Copy to Clipboard button, and you can now paste it into a word processing document, email, or wherever you like. That sums it up for this template. Hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching.